All right then. Let's switch over now for the news headlines. Olumide Macaulay is definitely standing by. I'm sure he's motivated to give us the news headlines and to see what's happening around the world. Olumide, many thanks for joining us. Yeah.
Good
Great
morning,
to have you.
The only thing that's motivating me is the fact that Barcelona are getting the reward for all the hard work that they put in. And I think it speaks volumes that the award that you said that Ronaldo won was a social media award. So I concur with Tayo against what Sisi said, that everybody loves Ronaldo.
Yeah,
everybody doesn't love
you can
Ronaldo.
Say that. You can never say that.
Many people love him, not everybody.
Not everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
At least in Barcelona, they don't love him there.
That's for sure.
I don't think so.
But what I'm really upset about is that Suarez wasn't chosen, shortlisted for the Ballon d'Or.
Thank you.
Yes,
You know,
It could have just been MSN, the three of them.
Yeah, it could have been.
Cecilia.
Yeah, but for me, like Olumide, for me, Neymar getting in ahead of
Suarez. Should wait
Suarez.
till next
Yeah,
year. You
yeah,
should wait for next
He's
year.
a great player. You can't
His
take
time
that
will
away from
come,
him.
surely.
Okay.
Olumide, please, the news. Thank you.
And that's where we're going to begin. That is Kogi State. The governorship election has taken a more complicated turn, with the All Progressives Congress running mate to the late governorship candidate James Falike at odds with the party over their choice of Yahaya Bello as a substitute candidate for the late Prince Abubakar Audu. Youth in Abuja threw stones at the APC secretariat and on passers-by to register their grievances. The former running mate to the late Audu, Mr. James Falike, relaying the position of the party, says he's dissociated himself from the party's decision to field Mr. Yahaya Bello as the governorship candidate of the APC and himself as the running mate. He said he will boycott the supplementary election. A former Minister of State for Finance, Ambassador Bashiru Yuguda, has been arrested by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission. According to our source in the EFCC, a team of operatives has been questioning Ambassador Yuguda, who served as minister under former President Goodluck Jonathan. Ambassador Yuguda is being quizzed for allegedly receiving suspicious payments from the office of the former National Security Advisor, Colonel Sambo Dasuki. A government spending control program called the Efficiency Unit has been inaugurated by the Minister of Finance, Kemi Adeosun. The unit is expected to monitor and cut recurrent expenditure amongst all the government's ministries. A director at the Debt Management Office, Mrs. Patricia Oniha, is leader of the unit, which will, amongst other things, assist the government to identify and reduce wastage in spending. And finally, outside the country, as the row between Turkey and Russia continues, Ankara has challenged Moscow to prove its claim that the Eurasian country shut down a Russian plane in order to protect its oil trade with Islamic State. The Turkish president said this while responding to the accusation by Russian President Vladimir Putin, who also said last week's downing of the plane was a huge mistake. The Turkish government has refused to apologize for the incident. For details of these stories and more, please go to our website, channelstv.com. It's back to you guys.
All right, many thanks, Olumide, for the news headlines. And very quickly, do remember that you can be a part of this by sending us your comments and observations via our feedback mechanisms. Send us a mail to this morning, or sports this morning, rather, at channelstv.com. And of course, on Facebook, we're channels-sports, and on Twitter, we're at channels_sports. So get talking to us right now. Be a part of the conversation. In the course of the show, we'll definitely be giving you the hashtags. Of course, hashtag Ballon d'Or for those who want to talk about the FIFA World Best Player of the Award, which will be coming up much later. And of course, you can also hashtag someone who will be talking about in a short while, talking about Omo Alokwe. And of course, a hashtag, you can also hashtag Klitschko Fury. We're still talking about it, the fight which really took many by surprise for those who weren't expecting Tyson Fury to win, but he did. So you can also do that, and it will definitely take your comments and observations in the course of the show. All right, let's put you in the know as it concerns one of Nigeria's finest sports stars who's a resident in the UK. Well, he's doing the nation proud. Well, recently, like I did say, Omar Alokwe was honored by the Nigerian High Commission in Britain for his outstanding contribution to sports in the diaspora and for wanting to give back to his community and, of course, to sports. Now, Omar is embarking on a challenge, a big one, as he seeks to ride on his motorbike from London's Land's End to Lagos, here in Nigeria, to raise funds and awareness for international humanitarian charity, a medical charity that is, Médecins Sans Frontières, known as Doctors Without Borders. Well, it's a journey that will take him across 12 countries and, of course, 2 continents for a noble cause. All right, let's bring you a report on Omar Alokwe's quest to put his name on the history books as a biker, and we'll continue.
Business analyst and motorbike enthusiast Omar Alokwe has always had a taste for adventure. He's no stranger to taking on extreme challenges to raise money for charity. Now he's embarking on his toughest challenge yet, riding by motorcycle from Land's End in the UK to Lagos, Nigeria. Omo will attempt to beat the world record for the longest motorcycle journey within a single country. The current record is 38,000 kilometers, set in India last year. And what better way to send him off on his journey than from the home of bikers in the UK, the iconic Ace Cafe in northwest London.
This place has been around since 1938. Most big rides start off from the Ace Cafe. The Ace Cafe is worldwide known. It's an honor actually to be riding from here in the Ace Cafe.
So it is sending a message to Nigerians at home that no matter your dream big and you'll be able to accomplish it, because if he does make it, it will be a record.
He's riding to raise £20,000 for the global charity Médecins Sans Frontières, which translates as Doctors Without Borders.
So far so good. I've been able to project and inform people about what MSF stands for, which is their work supporting people who might not have access to medical facilities in over 65 countries around the world.
He'll ride solo, passing through 2 continents and 12 countries along the way.
So I start from the UK, going to France, Spain, Morocco, Western Sahara, Mauritania, Senegal, Mali, Burkina Faso, Togo, Benin, and Nigeria.
So I'm not really worried. Hopefully, he'll have a safe and wonderful trip. So I'm not really worried.
Omo will have to battle his way through a variety of terrain, from the snow-capped Pyrenees through to the sweltering Sahara Desert and tropical rainforests. Temperatures will range from -2 to a sweltering 49 degrees.
As he has to do everything on his own. He has to be his own mechanic, his own navigation expert, his own entertainment. So it's he finishes them, he gets an idea, and also goes around like to be even more
The £20,000 Omo helps to raise for Médecins Sans Frontières will go towards helping people in up to 65 countries around the world, people living through conflict with a lack of access to basic healthcare needs. Omo expects to complete his challenge by February next year. Karen Chambers, Channel.
All right. Yes, indeed, it's a tough challenge for Omar Alokwe, but you know, it's one thing to dream, and of course, it's another thing to achieve that dream. But I want to believe that he really is prepped up for this one. I don't know what you guys think, really.
You know, I think for him to have actually, come out to say that, look, I can do about 40,000 miles.
40,000?
That's what is actually targeting.
For one man?
I mean, you want to have a record-breaking motorbike journey. I mean, when you look at, watching him talk, his face, the confidence he's got.
So much confidence.
Yeah, I think he can do it, because sometimes, when I listen to Tyson Fury after he defeated this guy, I'm afraid I have to bring that, because he didn't give him a chance to do that. He says, if God is with me, who can be against me? So when you have people like that who feel I can do all things, there's nothing that is impossible. I think he can basically do it. I just hope he get that stamina, to be able to sustain begin the journey, because he's definitely
but I want
going
to
to
believe
be.
he's not going to be all alone per se.
Well, let me come in there.
Okay, that's right.
Hopefully we get the chance to ask him
yeah.
that particular question.
He's going to have a team with him.
Yeah, exactly, because it says a solo bike ride, you know. So, but I want to believe surely he has to have a team that includes the medics as well too, just in case, because it's going to be physically and mentally exerting, and time will come where it needs medical attention. So hopefully we get the chance to ask him that particular question later on the show. But what is most impressive about this particular challenge for me is essentially doing it for charity.
For charity.
That's incredible. Like, who does that in 2015, you know, to embark on such a major, very tough one. Now, what I'm saying is it's not something.
You don't get it all the time.
For you to come out and say you want to do something like as huge and
people
as tough as
12
this.
countries.
Are you kidding? Like,
12 countries. I think you know, what I'm concerned is going to be the climate change. You're living, you know, London. You know, you're coming to different Africa, Burkina Faso, some African countries and all that. And if you get to Nigeria, it's pretty hot right now. I mean, you're looking at the climate change, the way it's going to go through all of them. I mean, adjusting to it and all. Although it's going to be having different camps, you know, in different of their centers. I mean, we have the Doctors Without Borders. Want to get to different centers, definitely want to relax and all that, stay in the guest house and everything. But, well, maybe he'll definitely get that stamina for him to be able to do this kind of job.
Okay, let's see if we can really speak with Omo Alokwe right about now. Let's see if we can establish some connection with him to tell us more about this tour and what benefits are likely to be gained from such a challenge. Remember, it's for a charity, Médecins Sans Frontières, Doctors Without Borders. Let's hear from him right about now. Many thanks for joining us, Omo Alokwe.
Hi, hello. Thanks for having me online.
Okay, we're really delighted about this challenge and embarking on this 40,000 kilometer, if I'm correct, 40,000 miles again. Forgive me there, but really tell us about this journey, which we understand has already begun for you. You're in Birmingham right about now. What informed your decision to take up such a huge challenge at this time and for charity?
I've always liked riding motorcycles. I like traveling. I like meeting people, and I've been heavily involved with some charity work right from when I grew up in Nigeria. You know, the way we were brought up was to look after people who are less privileged. So it's something I'm used to. And, you know, just combining all my passions together came up with this right to write to Nigeria. As you know, I'm Nigerian. I grew up in Nigeria. Did my university here in England. So, you know.
Okay, Omar, we'll definitely try to establish re-establish connection with you, because we seem to be having some problems with the audio that's not sounding so clear. But please, we definitely would love to hear more from you concerning this one. So we'll definitely keep working at it, and we'll get back to you in the course of the show. So, but from what he said, guys, he sounds really optimistic, and you know, he doesn't, no pressures. No pressure at all. You know,
it's relaxed.
It's just relaxed.
Yes. But
you still want to ask medical team, right?
No, we'll get there later. No, he's relaxed for now, but believe me, as the journey progresses, as it gets into the deserts and to the tropical,
the Sahara Desert.
Tropical
you know, you talk about like the Dakar Rally.
Nerves.
Yeah, a bit of nerves. You know, when you watch events like the Dakar Rally and see the sand, and you'll be wondering in the heat, scorching heat.
Exactly.
You know, on a bike, not even in a race car or something.
Yeah,
that should be tough.
Definitely, and it's just starting now. As I said. Progressing, as the journey progresses, it will get tougher for him, and
probably begin to take its toll. Yeah,
exactly. And there's very likelihood of nerves setting in, but he seems very confident and ready to go. So he needs a lot of luck. Good luck to him. But what he's doing is just impressive, and the fact that he's even attempting to do it alone, that's what it just gets to me. I'm like, wow, that's amazing. and you know, doing it for charity again just makes it really like it's like the icing on the cake for me. So good luck to Omo. Wishing him all the best. He needs a lot of luck to complete the task.
And it's not going to end there, really, guys. You also know that you know, by the time he gets to Nigeria, he's also going to be embarking on another challenge again.
Trying to break a record.
You're trying to break a record. Yeah, a world record of, you know, moving around the country on a motorbike.
Yes.